Hey everyone, welcome back to another weekly Good News Refresh with the Good News Collective. And to kick off our week today, I actually wanted to start by asking a question. Have you ever applied for a job, or a school, a grant, an internship, a scholarship, anything like that? Just recently this summer, I was in the middle of applying for medical school. Let me tell you, it's a little bit of a doozy. There is an endless laundry list of stuff that medical schools require of you. They want you to take a bunch of tests, write an insane number of essays, get super intense amount of hours in the hospital or doing service work. Truth be told, it's kind of exhausting. And by the time I was in the thick of the application, I just kept asking myself, have I finally done it? Have I done everything you asked me to do and more besides? Am I a good applicant now? Am I finally enough? And the reason I bring this up is because I think a lot of our world is built in a similar way. It's like an endless rat race, an endless laundry list of things we need to do or to be, just so that someone will love us and care for us. And very much like a job application or a school application, it's exhausting. And we end up asking ourselves very similar questions. Have I finally done it? Have I finally become everything you needed me to be? Am I finally worthy to be loved and known by you? Am I finally enough? In my experience of this world, the answer is unfortunately no. There's always something else that's missing. But my friends, there is good news for us. And that good news is that God does not operate that way. And we see this in Genesis chapter 25, when we're introduced to a character named Jacob. Now, Jacob has a very, very big story that spans several chapters of the Bible, and I'm not going to get into all of that, or else our weekly Good News Refresh would actually take a week. But the main thing to know about Jacob is that God chose Jacob for a very special blessing. God chose Jacob to be one of the fathers of the Jewish people. Now, this is a very, very big blessing. This is very generous. That a line of people would come from Jacob, a powerful, important, blessed people from Jacob. But the question we have to ask ourselves is, why Jacob? The truth is that a lot of people in Jacob's day, they probably wouldn't have chosen him to get the blessing. You see, the thing to know about Jacob is that he actually had a twin brother named Esau, who's just a little bit older than him. Now, in our culture, being a little bit older doesn't really matter that much. But in Jacob's day, it was actually very, very important. You see, as the eldest son, Esau would have special blessings, special privileges. He would get a special inheritance from mom and dad, and in the end, he would kind of get authority and leadership in the household, leadership over Jacob. So if the blessing is going to go to anybody, it's not Jacob, it's Esau. So then we run into our question again. Why Jacob? The world around him definitely wouldn't have chosen him. So what was it about Jacob that set him apart? Maybe he was a really good person. Maybe he had a heart of gold, so even though the world didn't appreciate him, God saw that heart of gold, and God said, okay, I'll bless you. Well, the truth is, even that isn't really true. The truth is that Jacob is far from a perfect person. And if you read the stories about Jacob, there's at least 3 or 4 different times where Jacob scams or swindles or cons somebody out of something. So he's a far from perfect person. So we run into the same question again. The world probably wouldn't choose Jacob. The people in his day wouldn't have chosen him. He's not like a perfect person or anything. So why does God choose Jacob? Why does God love Jacob? And the answer is because he does. Just that. And our good news today is that the same is true for you. God's choice to love you doesn't depend on what this world or its people think of you. Our world is like that endless rat race, always telling you that you need to be successful and entertaining and attractive and any number of things that you can't attain in order to be worthy of love and worthy of care and important and valuable. But that's not what God looks at. God doesn't choose to love you because you're strong or powerful or because you're attractive or successful. He doesn't even choose to love you because you're a good person. It doesn't depend on you. He loves you because he loves you. He wanted so much to be with you that he sent his very son, Jesus, to die on a cross, to live a perfect life that we never could, and to suffer the consequences of the things we did wrong. So now you don't have to worry anymore about that endless laundry list, endless rat race, struggling to do something or to be someone to make people love you. Jesus did it all for you. So today, my friends, if you are worn out and tired, exhausted with all the things you are trying to do and to be, if you are asking yourselves, have I finally done enough? Am I finally everything that I need to be? Live in the good news that you are enough. Jesus is enough for you. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.